his number was called, he was ready. We got in there, man. He made plays, and that's what these young guys or these backups have got to do. Colin Griffin, he was the backup going into the Notre Dame game. He was the backup to the backup, and all of a sudden Coble goes down with a knee injury on Wednesday. He hadn't got a lot of reps Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Well, Thursday he had to get all the reps. Friday's basically a 20-minute walkthrough. He got all the reps, and boom, he comes in against Notre Dame and gets the interception, to kind of seal the game. And then Georgia Tech gets another interception. He was ready. He didn't sit around and pout. He was ready for his moment. He took advantage of it, and that's what these guys have to do. And that's the mindset you got to have in a place like Clemson. You got to be ready. There's good players ahead of you, but you know what? You're a good player too, even though you might be a backup. You're a great player too, or you wouldn't be here. And when your opportunity comes, man, go in there and shine. Go take a job. That's what Khalil did. That's what a lot of the guys have done since I've been here that's gotten that opportunity.
What can Khalil do now to take that next step? We saw the flashes of brilliance.
Well, I mean, he just needs to stay on course with what he's already done. He just needs to keep, he doesn't need to try to do anything. What he needs to do is let the defense work for him and play within the scheme. Just keep working hard on his game, mentally understanding what we're doing. I think, with the game, the way it plays so fast, I think the game will slow down for him this year, just recognizing formation, personnel within the formation, and all those little things, besides just knowing what to do. I think when you're a freshman, you're just trying to learn what to do. I think after you've played a year, now the game slows down, you can recognize formations, you can recognize the personnel within the formation and what you're going to see. I think you're going to see Khalil take that step, where that game really slows down. And I felt like it slowed down for him, towards the end of the year. You saw what he did in the South Carolina game. So, I mean, you got the scoop and score. Here's a true freshman. Everybody else kind of quits on the play. Well, hey, not him. He scoops the ball and runs it back for a touchdown. Sure enough, it's a touchdown. Well, in the next play, they try to take him deep. He knew exactly what the play was going to be from film study. It was actually two guys open on that play. Our corner bit up on the run, but he knew that he was going to throw that over route at about 22 to Xavier, and he was ready. He came off the corner route knowing where they were going to put the ball, and that's film study. And that's coming from a true freshman. But to answer your question, it was late in the year, late in the season, and the game had started to slow down for him. And then, boom, he was able to go pick that ball off.
A lot of young players on the field, defensive backs. How important is that leadership for R.J. Mickens in the back end?
I think it's really important. I think it's important that he's a leader. I think it's important that Tyler's a leader. Khalil, I think he'll bring leadership. I mean, in today's world, having 1 year of playing experience, that's a lot of experience too. But RJ's got a ton. He just don't need to overthink things. He needs to go out there and let the defense work for him, not try to do too much, not try to guess, play within the scheme as well. Not just don't overthink himself. Guys that are smart like that will do that.
What is it with these freshmen, Ricardo, Joe, that kind of intrigued you, and what do you think they bring to the table?
Ricardo, Joe, and Noah both. Yeah. I'll start with Noah. Noah's really a mature kid, and I think he brings a lot. Like the one takeaway from the spring in recruiting, it was about his size and speed. I mean, this guy can run. He's big. He's physical. But taking it from the spring, you tell him one time and he gets it. He understands it one time. He gonna make a mistake, but then he learns from it, which I took from him. Joe Wilkinson, he's a guy that was like state player of the year. He was an underrated guy by the media, but just made play after play after play after play, his high school years. And then he comes in the spring, and I mean, he'll knock your head off. He's got incredible instincts. He knows where the ball's going to be. He's really instinctive and physical when he gets there. Good listener. He asks good questions. And then Ricardo in high school was just a playmaker. He's just and nothing's changed. He comes in the spring, and he was making those same plays. You know, he's physical, he's aggressive, but he's a playmaker, and he's an energy bunny. I mean, the guy just brings a lot of energy to the defense and makes people around him better. I mean, he just brings a ton of energy. So, you know, I'm really excited about that, because the defense is about energy. It's about enthusiasm, man. It's about having fun. You know, defense is different. You got to have a guy that brings that energy, and he's a guy with that kind of, you know, that kind of enthusiasm. I love.